What's up, everybody? My name is Mr. Fragrance. I'm back with another fragrance review. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope this fragrance video helps you out in your future purchasing fragrances in life. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Click the subscribe button below if you want to get new fragrance content and more, and click the bell icon so you get notified when I release a new video before anybody else gets it. If you've been a subscriber for a while, thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. Today's Memorial Day. I'd like to thank all the veterans around the world that serve our country, and I appreciate it a lot. So today we're going to be talking about the top 5 date fragrances. So let's check this out. You got your nice outfit for your date, you got your hair cut, shaved or trimmed your beard, whatever. You got flowers, you got candy for it, help, and you got yourself all together, but you're still missing one thing, a fragrance. So I'm gonna give you my top 5 date fragrances. So let's hope you guys enjoy the video. Hit my intro. So before we get my top 5 date fragrances, I would like to say that, full disclaimer, some of these fragrances might work great for you, they may not. Some females may like it a lot, they might like it a little bit, or they might think it's sexy. I just want to give you that disclaimer up front so I don't get all this hate and comments saying that it doesn't work, it doesn't project. Everybody's skin varies differently. These fragrances might work amazing on my skin, they might perform poor on your skin. Just a disclaimer before we start, the prices are some are high, some are low. So if you have a budget to buy one of these fragrances, that's awesome. If you have a budget to buy all of them, that's fantastic. I just want to let you guys know up front, disclaimer, before I get all these comments saying fragrance sucks, or you're not doing a good job, or hey, you recommend wrong fragrances. So let's get into my top 5 date fragrances. Number 5 on the list is Acqua di Gio Profumo. We all know about the Acqua di Gio DNA. It's been around for a long time. One of the top best fragrances out there that's been selling for years and years. So you can't go wrong with this one. This fragrance, you know all about it, man. Fresh smell. Has patchouli, sage, sweetness, clean, fresh. Can't go wrong with this fragrance here. There's 3 price range for this fragrance here. You can get the 1.3 ounce bottle for $72. You can get this bottle right here, the $95 bottle. It's a 2.5 ounce bottle. So you can't go wrong with either one of these fragrances here. They have a bigger bottle too if you want the bigger one. But this is a pretty good enough size right here. 2.5 ounce bottle for roughly $95. So about $100 something with tax. But you can't go wrong with this Profumo. For my skin, I get 2 hours of projection, really strong projection. I get about 6 hours of longevity on my skin, maybe 6.5. It all depends on the weather and how hot it is or how cold it is. It's a great date for like nighttime, evening, maybe like 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, them late night kind of dates. Great fragrance. I highly recommend this fragrance. The cap is cool, magnetic, awesome. Can't go wrong with this cap at all. The sprayer is awesome too. A big mist out, you can't go wrong with that. Great fragrance, and this is my number 5, Acqua di Gio Profumo. Now we're gonna get into my number 4 top date night fragrance, so stay tuned. So my number 4 top date night fragrance, it's on low on the list. It's a great fragrance overall. I'll explain why it's low on the list. Probably gonna get some hate, but I take the good with the bad, guys. My number 4, Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Great fragrance overall. Here's the cap top. It's nice little gold look like. Letters look like little dark gold. Pretty awesome. Beautiful bottle presentation. There's the bottom information for the batch code and 100 ml bottle, 3.4 ounce bottle. This price right here is going to run you about $150, about $160 with tax. They have a smaller bottle, 1.7 ounce for $120. You can pick them up at Macy's, Nordstrom, Sephora. So just let you know, you can pick up this fragrance there. This fragrance, man, it's awesome. It smells good. Great sprayer, great distribution. Can't go wrong with it, man. A fresh fragrance overall. You can't go wrong with the Bleu de Chanel Parfum. It has your mint, grapefruit, amber, vetiver, incense, patchouli. Has it all, man. It's a great fragrance. I highly recommend this fragrance too. It's just like the other Bleu de Chanel. It's clean, it's fresh. I highly recommend this. It's lower on my list because projection is good, but it's like for close encounter. So if you and your date, you do hit it off very well after a couple hours of the movies and dinner, and you guys want to get more intimate, hang out, it's awesome. Great fragrance. But projection, I get about 2 hours. It's good, but it's really, really close to the skin. Sits very, very close to the skin. Longevity is awesome on my skin. I get 12 hours plus. I still smell it, so it's awesome to me. You probably get longer longevity if you spray your clothes too. You know, I just pretty much I spray my neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6 sprays on this. It's awesome for a date night. It's not gonna offend anybody or your date. They're gonna think you smell clean, fresh, sexy. You know, this is Bleu de Chanel. They don't release anything that girls do not love or are crazy about. So this is my number 4 Bleu de Chanel perfume. You guys should try this out if you haven't. If you had other Bleu de Chanels, they're great too. The EDP has better projection. This one does, you know, and the EDT does too. So this is my number 4 Bleu de Chanel perfume. We're gonna get into my number 3 date fragrance coming up. So stay tuned. My top 3 date night fragrances. So here we go. This is a fragrance, you love it or you hate it or you're tired of it being reformulated, but it is what it is. We have to deal with it, guys. So my number 3 is Venable Alone, Venable. Great fragrance overall. The cap is amazing. You know, it says Venable Alone on it. It's awesome. The sprayer distribution is awesome. Shoots a lot of juice out. Only thing about this fragrance, man, I don't like, man, it just doesn't last on my skin. I get 2 hours of strong projection. Very awesome. Can't go wrong with the fragrance. Longevity, I get like 5 hours. That's about it. Doesn't last any longer than that. It's pretty sad. It's a great fragrance overall. You know the Venable DNA. It's a great fragrance overall. You know, it's got your heavy spices, sweets, cardamom, vetiver. You know, I smell a lot of the cardamom in here. The bottle size you can get is a 1.3 ounce bottle for $58, a 2.0 ounce bottle for $72, and then there's a $92 bottle for 3.3 ounces. So you can pick them all up at Sephora, Macy's, Nordstrom. You can't go wrong. You pick this up. It's been around for years. This is a 2017 batch. They do have 2009, 2010, 12. You can get them on eBay, but they're expensive. Looking at like almost $200 for a bottle, man. I mean, if you have that type of money and get it, that's fantastic. You know, more power to you. But some people don't have that money. That's one that get the cheapest one they can, smell good on their date, and see how far that goes down the line. You know, so I highly recommend this one. This is up there on the list because this is a king of all fragrances. You know, Jeremy Fragrance talks about it a lot on his channel. You know, you can't go wrong with this fragrance. You know, I don't use that much of it because it doesn't really perform that good on my skin. But, you know, you should give it a try if you haven't. Most fragrance guys out there have tried this fragrance. And girls do like it a lot. You get compliments with this fragrance, you know. But it's like a close counter, you know, on a date with somebody. So this is great. This is my number 3 top date fragrance. So this is Venable. This is my 2017 batch. So we're going to get right into my number 2 top date night fragrance. So stay tuned. So guys, we're getting down to number 2 top date night fragrances. So there's only 2 left on the list. You know, everybody might like them, they might not. So here we go. My number 2 top date night fragrance is Prada Alone. Great fragrance, man. You can wear this in the office. You can wear it on a date. This is you spray it. Sprayer's good. Very good distributioner. This is a fragrance that you can't go wrong with on a first date. You know, you want to smell clean on the first date. You know, a very dose of iris, very clean. This is your fresh laundry clean type of fragrance. Once you get done doing the laundry, smell clean. Some people don't want to have a heavy fragrance on the first date. They don't want to offend the date. Maybe the date isn't big on fragrances. Maybe they don't want anything that smells like their ex-boyfriend or something like that. You want to play it safe. This is a very safe fragrance. This is Prada Alone. Great fragrance, man. I've been wearing a lot of the juice of this fragrance, man. A lot. I gotta probably buy a bigger bottle, you know, or a backup bottle. You know what I mean? This size here is a 1.7 ounce bottle. Get it for about $78 at Nordstrom or pretty much Macy's. They don't have it yet at Sephora. If they ever do, I will update the link below, but not right now. But this fragrance is awesome. Look at the bottle presentation. Has Prada in the back. Nice rubber texture. The bottom is the batch code information. You know, it's awesome. The cap has Prada on it. Snaps back into place. This bottle, man, is amazing. You can't go wrong with this one. If you want a safe date night fragrance just to smell clean, you don't want to be like overpowering somebody to, you know, over in your face with a fragrance. This is great. This is my number 2 Prada Alone. You can't go wrong with it, man. So I highly recommend this one. That's why it's more on top of the list. Let me get into projection. Projection, I get 2 strong hours. It's awesome, very clean, fresh. People do notice you. You might get a few compliments, maybe not a lot, but you'll get some compliments with this fragrance. Longevity, I get about 6 hours on my skin. It's a great fragrance, you know, for a first date, just to introduce yourself and see how the date goes. So this is my number 2 top date fragrance, Prada Alone. So we're gonna get to my number 1, so stay tuned. So we're down to my number 1 top date night fragrance. It's been a long list, 5 fragrances. There's probably a lot more you guys can probably name that are way better, but these are the top 5 that work for me on dates. Been on several dates. The girls like these fragrances. They say I smell good. They really can't go wrong with that. Some say sexy, some say smell real good, smell clean. So any of these fragrances are very great, you know, for any type of date, day, night, evening, whatever fragrance on my list I have, you guys enjoy them. I promise you that. So my number 1, which is probably on a lot of guys' date night fragrances list, but you know, it does a job. Some people say they hate it. A lot of guys don't like it, but the girls love it. So my number 1 top date night fragrance, man, Dior Sauvage EDT. This is original. They do have the EDP too. They're both great, but this is the EDT. I had this one first. Man, great fragrance overall. You know, Dior doesn't do nothing but fantastic work. I'm a big fan of them all in general, so take that for what it's worth. You know, but man, Dior does great products. This is a 1.7 ounce bottle. You get it for roughly like $77. So it's great, you know, great product. Great fresh smell, clean, out the shower smell gel. Can't go wrong with it. It has your bergamot in it, you know, and Broxton in it. It's great, man. A lot of people do have it, so if you don't want this fragrance, you can check some of the other ones I have on my list. It's awesome. Girls love it. I love the presentation of the bottle itself. Christian Dior on the bottom. You know, Dior Sauvage, cap Christian Dior. You know, snaps back into place. Push it down, snaps back into place. So, can't go wrong with this fragrance, man. You spray it, sprays out a lot of mist. Great overall, man. Can't go wrong with this fragrance. You know, I love the cap on it where it's like snaps back into place. They have a bigger bottle, a 3.4 ounce bottle. You can't go wrong with it. You know, price for that is about $95. So it's a great fragrance. Price is up there though, if you know. But if you want to get a very fresh smelling fragrance, you can't go wrong with Dior Sauvage. You know, let's talk about projection wise. I get between 2 to 3 hours projection. Very strong projection, so be easy on the trigger, man. Maybe 1, 2, 3 sprays, no more than that. Don't go crazy with this one. Don't go trigger happy. It might blow up in your face later on the date. Just saying. But just recommendations. You gotta do what you want to do. You know, your date might love it. She might like it a little bit. She might not like it. Most like dates I've been on, girls love this fragrance, so you can't go wrong with it. I highly recommend this fragrance. So I put it at my number 1 list. I'm gonna get a lot of hate because some people don't like Dior. I understand that, but it's a great fragrance to start your dating journey and see where your life goes. The number 1 is Dior Sauvage EDT. They do have the EDP too, so whatever one you want to get, either one is great. This one just seems to project a lot more louder. This one's a lot more sharper, so that's why I say be careful on the trigger. But you can't go wrong with any one of my top 5 date fragrances. So I'm happy you guys watched this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you do enjoy my content, please click on the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get future content. If you've been a subscriber for a while, thanks for watching my video and have a nice day.